We're taking a look at the 1998 Lincoln Town Car. I'm Richard Saxton, and my guest on Market Talk today is Jack Telnack. He is the outgoing Vice President of Design for Ford Motor Company, spending 40 years at Ford, and you've decided to hang them up, but your cars, I guess, will still be coming out for the next 2 or 3 years, at least the ones that you had a hand in designing.
That's right, Richard. Yeah, and we're really excited about these cars, but they'll be my last effort in making a real contribution to the Ford Motor Company, and hopefully these cars will have a lasting mark on the performance of the different divisions of Ford.
I guess if there is a celebrity at a car company, it's the guy who designs them, and that's the position you've been in. Looking back, any cars that kind of strike you as your favorites?
Well, I think there have been a number of exciting projects that I have worked on, starting with the 1965 Mustang, and I have the honor of having done, I was a very young guy at the time, having done the wheel covers for that car. They must have been pretty good because a lot of them were stolen. And then, of course, I did the fastback for the first Mustang fastback. Still have the sketches of that in my portfolio back home. And then, of course, we got into a number of European cars, the first Ford Fiesta, Australian cars, the Ford Falcon in Australia, and back to this country again, the 79 Mustang, which was kind of a breakthrough design at that time, working on into the 83 Thunderbird, which was our first real attempt at aero design. And that led us into the, of course, the total aero design car, the 86 Taurus and 86 Sable. Those were really, I think, the biggest contribution that I've had in my career with the Ford Motor Company, because we think we really started the aero trend of design in the industry. So Ford, I think, is really credited with that.
Okay, Jack, let's look at the car behind us. Tell us how you designed it. I mean, what are your touches here? What are you trying to accomplish? Go from front to rear and explain your technique.
Okay, well, this is the all-new Lincoln Town Car, and it's not just new on the exterior. Everything you see, all of the body panels are newly designed, all new sheet metal, new front end. But what we're really trying to do is, I think, signal the technology that's underneath the skin of this car with the new shape and form that we're working on this car right now. We want people to know that technically underneath this car is a different kind of a Lincoln. It's a better handling. We've improved the handling on this car, the performance on this car, the fuel economy of this car, and we're also setting a new mark with this new Lincoln grille. And you'll see this Lincoln grille on all of our Lincoln products. So we're starting with a very new, more aerodynamic look on this Lincoln. So it's a slight indication of our new edge look combined with aerodynamic looks in this car.
Are cars today designed in a computer before they're even drawn up in prototype? I mean, you can almost do everything entirely now with the help of supercomputers before you even build it, right?
We really can, and there's an incredible amount of computer work that's done. We are sketching now on computer. Ideation sketches are done. But we find that in the final analysis, we get out of the electronic system back into the three-dimensional clay model system, which doesn't take any time, and do kind of a sanity check on any design, make sure that it is real, that the design does work. And we take these cars in clay model form with full-color Dynock on them and evaluate them outside and compare competitive cars with them, take them on our test tracks and review other cars with these cars to really make sure that we have the right design. And then, of course, they're just in clay, so we can rework them and adjust any lines that we have to adjust, and then put that information back into the computer. The computer does have the final say-so. CAD is the master. Computer-aided design is the master.
Let's take a look at the rear of the car here as we pan down the vehicle. Do you build the car inside out or outside in? In other words, do you do the interior first and then the exterior? What's the most important?
Well, we call that package development. So we develop the car around the driver and passengers, and of course all of the drivetrain and mechanicals of the car. So we're really working both the interior and the exterior around what we call hard points, or the basic dimensions of the car, and then tailor that and work the sheet metal around that. And what we're really doing here is enveloping this basic platform with a whole new type of skin on the car, which we've done on the new Town Car, and I think it's giving the car a totally new image, but it's still maintain the basic sophistication and luxury look that the Town Cars had, but in a whole new vocabulary. So I think people will recognize us as a luxury town car and still see now that the car has increased tread on the car, a much better stance, and more of a technical precision look to the car, I think, which signals the precision quality and the quality build of the car underneath the skin.
All right, Jack Telnack, who's the outgoing Vice President of Design at Ford Motor Company, my guest on Market Talk.